we've got the home and we've got the away Man City shirts for today's episode. Honestly, these two shirts, Puma does a great job. I'm really sort of enjoying what they're creating for a lot of their teams in the portfolio. Of course, we're going to discuss their third shirts in a later episode. I do have both the AC Milan and Man City third shirts in my possession, which will be in an episode later on. But today, we'll be discussing the details and what I think about the home and away shirts for Man City this season. Now, the story for the home shirt, I think we remember the moment that it's dedicated to as a moment that not only made a lot of people happy, of course, Man City fans, for the first time in 44 seasons, having the Premier League title, but I think it broke a lot of hearts. Not only did it happen to QPR that day, but it was at that moment, and it's the dedicated moment, the time frame that Aguero had scored against QPR. It was the 93rd minute with 20 seconds to go that Aguero basically sunk the hearts of a lot of United fans. And look, it's a great shirt for Man City fans. I think for a player like Aguero to, play in the Premier League, a lot of the away fans really enjoyed seeing him on the pitch. But of course, it was that moment that, he solidified his name in folklore and history for the league, but also for the club. Now, it's kind of confusing that they went for something like this. I think the design element and the dedication behind it was almost like as if he still had one more season. I know it was until the 11th hour that we saw Messi leave Barcelona. Of course, even Ronaldo leaving Juventus was pretty last minute. So I wouldn't put it past the idea that this was meant to be sort of like a send-off for Aguero's last season at the club. Again, it may not have been, it may have been planned that he was leaving when this was approved, and it was sort of their way of saying thank you so much. But again, as a shirt, I think overall it does its job. It's a home shirt, it's got city blue, it's got the finer details, and you can't really do wrong if you make the fans happy with the shirt. Of course, being a Puma shirt, and as you saw in some of my other episodes, I think it's the collar that a lot of neutral fans are pretty confused about, but I think City fans won't go past this one. They've been pretty lucky with the home shirts over the past few years. Last season's home, away, and third, for me, were probably the best Puma designs in the entire portfolio. I think they went so far above with the design elements that they had the paisley, they had the broken tiles, and of course they had that other one that was, inspired by Manchester. But I think when it comes to this season, they wanted to take that back and go a bit more simple. And of course, we'll see that in the away shirt. I think the subliminated, detailing in the time frame across the entire shirt is pretty good from far away, but when you look at it close, it kind of looks a bit cheap to me. I think the idea itself, again, being dedicated to that moment, would have worked well as a warm-up shirt. I think as a home shirt, it does do that part of playing part in it representing a home shirt, but I think the smaller details within this shirt, just a bit confusing. From far away, it's great, and of course, when this shirt was leaked with the FIFA 22 footage a couple of months ago before it was officially released, I think it was during the Euros, the last round of the Euros, I and many others were pretty hesitant on what the shirt will be. Of course, the Puma template this season does take us back to that Total 90 sort of Nike era, of course, with the sides coming into the, the mid-frame here. But overall, it's a great home shirt. I think it does its job. I'm gonna give it a quick rating. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I think the sort of clean design in the background just allows this shirt to breathe. The collar on this one, although it is a pretty elongated V-neck, I don't like the detailing. I think it could have been a lot more better if Puma had added some sort of detail within it. Again, there is a little bit of detailing here with the 93rd minute and 20 seconds to go inside the neckline with the 10, sort of, again, another outline of a number showing that representation to Aguero once again. I feel personally that it's a little bit cheap inside again. I think a little bit of detailing within the elastic would have given this shirt a lot more love. I do like the white panel systems on the side here. It does break away that blue and sort of dominance of the blue. Now, it's the first time since 2010 that Etihad is white, and I think it works well with the Holy Trinity. Of course, if you haven't been on this channel, the Holy Trinity is the club badge, the manufacturer logo, and the sponsorship. And for this, I think the white allows the blue to break up. I always look at football shirts and see what would it look like if you removed all three. Would it look like a normal t-shirt? Will it look like a training item? Or does that home shirt work better without the badges? So that makes it a lot better than what we see when the final product is given to us. So overall, this shirt is an 8-panel system item. It's probably the most I've seen in a football shirt this season. Again, Puma is always going to be top grade stitching. The material in this one is pretty much similar to every other Puma shirt that I've encountered on this channel. I think the only downfall on this shirt for me for Puma is that the stitching of the Puma logo does come through on the other side. So of course it may cause some irritation on some of us wearing this shirt. Overall, the quality control on this shirt is immaculate. I think they've done a great job. Like most Puma items, it's pretty lightweight. Really do enjoy this one. I think it's a great one for Man City this season. Something I'll be talking about a lot more in my kit reviews is the detailing in the badge. I think Nike have really let down a lot of people buying the shirts this season. I know when it comes to Dry Fit Advanced, you will get the best version of a shirt. In a future review for the Inter Milan home and away shirts, you will see my comments about the badges on the current Nike shirts. I think Nike has really let down their customers this season. The badges on the Puma shirts, although, as you can see with a few finer details on the screen right now, I think even though it is a stitched on item, I think this is the greatest sort of version of a badge you can see on a club shirt. I do appreciate when you can rub your thumbs over a badge and you get that detailing and understanding of where and the quality of the badge. I think that does add value to why you buy that shirt. Now globally, Man City has done a lot more than most other football clubs. They've created this participation thing with their fans called the Citizens Giving. Now, of course, me being a part of Melbourne City here, I have seen Citizens Giving with my own eyes, and I've pretty much seen what it does to the community. So I really appreciate that communication and the connection to the community that Man City has done with their teams across the world. And I do like this design. When I first saw that they were going for a bit more of a simple away shirt this season, of course knowing what they would have for the third and the home shirts, I think this breaks it up really well. On the pitch so far, what I've seen, I do like how it looks clean on game day. Now, something we will see this season, and a lot more of my reviews will mention it, is that 2021-2022 season is the year for iridescent colorways. It's this sort of mixed color that we see on the screen right now on the badge, and of course in the sponsorship here, it's a gradient of multiple colors that give off that effect. I do like it. It does remind me a bit of Tokyo Drift, and when most of us 90s kids were in our early ages, we all wanted that Lancer in that iridescent color. I think it works really well with this shirt, and overall for the simple design of a white palette, it does give that sort of higher grade to the shirt. This time around, we've got a beautiful plasticky vinyl badge on the shirt here, which again is stitched on. It's a high grade quality Puma badge that we've got on the right hand side stitched on as well, and a heat pressed sponsorship. Overall, I do like the iridescent colors on this. I think it works well. You will see in my Juventus away shirt where I think sometimes it's just used incorrectly. And it's not the first time we've seen this colorway. PSG did have it with Nike in 2016. Of course, when it comes to iridescent colors, I think this is only the start of future shirts. And I think the technology of football shirts is changing. This is another one that's sort of groundbreaking. It is designed in a way that allows ethical, manufacturers to reduce wastage and of course, power to create football shirts. Citizens Giving alongside Manchester City have done something with Puma that I think will hopefully change the way a lot of manufacturers see the creation of football shirts for the future. Now again, the only negative thing I do have about this shirt and many of the Puma shirts is the neckline, but also the sleeves. I think it's just a bit flimsy having these little bit of detailing. If you do have a Puma shirt from this season, any of these designs and templates, let me know in the comments below what you think about the little bit of detailing that they've added to the sleeves. If you're a Man City fan, I think this is a great away shirt. This is definitely something you need to add to your collection. As a rating out of 5, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. Again, like most manufacturers, the shirts these days are slowly integrating a lot more of their recycled materials. And I have to say, this one here feels pretty dense for an item that does feature the recycled materials. And I really like the sort of grade in this one. I think compared to the home, this is a little bit more thicker. And with that, the shirt does feel worth its money. The neckline here is pretty strong. I do like a nice sturdy shoulder sort of compartment. Now, comparing it to the home shirt, the away shirt features 5 panels versus the 8 that we see in the home. It does also feature 2 elastic sort of additions to the compartment of the shoulder blades, and also mentioning the back, we do see another material which helps with player technology. I think overall 2 great shirts for Man City fans this season. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which one is your favorite? Which one would you buy? And of course, if you're a Man City supporter, what are your thoughts on the 3 kits that were supplied to you by Puma this season? As always, this channel is supported by my good friends at Ultra Football. If you're after the away, home, or the third shirt, please check out Ultra Football in the description below. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, please stay safe, stay away from stupid people, and I'll see you in the future episode. Thank you and goodbye. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. A massive shout out goes out to the Kitted Out Ollie, a massive Man City supporter and a great kit collector. Check out his collection on Instagram and on Twitter, and make sure to follow his podcast and YouTube channel right now. As always, stay safe. I'll see you soon.